Alright, triple toad in unicorn pack, so you know we're going to go for the turn 1 tier 2. And I feel like Jackalope probably doesn't have much of a chance going by itself, so we're going to take Ogopogo and actually also get the extra experience from the magic wand. Now Ogopogo's ability is to give chocolate to the front unit, and actually it does work on itself, which is kind of a little bit unexpected. You would think that it wouldn't be able to do that. There are some pets in this pack that have similar abilities that don't work on themselves. But for now, we basically get the perfect companion pets here in the two Mermals. A very, very strong tier 1 unit, especially combined with Ogopogo. It gets temporary stats based on teammates leveling up. And here we're going to see why Ogopogo is so strong, and that is that you can stack it. So unlike Pug, where you have to give the experience to the unit directly in front, all the Ogopogos on the team will give the chocolate to the front unit. So the one at the front here is going to get plus 3/3 and instantly level up. And it should be good enough to get us through this battle. And one of the interesting things about these pets, although I do think both of them are too strong as they are, it kind of introduces this whole concept of having pets that aren't quite leveled up. So here we've got the 1.5 Mermal, and then you can have a 2.66 unit that's just one chocolate away from level 3. And therefore, a lot of the time it's actually better not to level things up completely and just make sure that you're triggering the level up abilities in battle every time. So here, I think we're actually going to lose because of the mana on the... I was going to say head crab there, but I guess they renamed it brain cramp to avoid any kind of legal issues, given that it's, I guess it's originally from Half-Life. Any younger viewers, if you've never played Half-Life, you definitely should. Absolute classic for a reason. Now here, I think, am I going to bring in the Visitor? I forget exactly what I do here, but I really should be taking Visitor because I can apply Exposed, which is a new ailment, to my own team, and therefore trigger the Unicorn. But maybe I'm going to overlook it, yeah. I wasn't thinking there. Just inexperience with the pack, I guess. I guess I should say that I played Unicorn on day 1, or maybe the first 2 days, and it was so unpleasant that I gave up and then just waited for the patch. So although I've seen a lot of these units in action, I haven't actually used many of them at all. And Ogopogo, although it has a very strong ability, I don't really like it at all. I'm one of those people that, the art for the pet makes a big difference in how much I actually like using it. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of the bathtub, I've got to admit it. I'm sure I'm probably in the minority there. So what I want to do with the Unicorn is get it to level 1.5 so that the Gingerbread Man can turn it level 2 in battle. And that will mean that we can actually use the wall chickens that I saved up in the shop, and then the Unicorn's ability will still work in the following battle. So you can see what I mean by the sort of half leveled up strategy, which we're going to be able to do now. So now I can buy the wall chicken. The Unicorn shows that it has no triggers left, but when the battle starts and the Gingerbread Man goes off, it will go back to having full triggers because it's now level 2. So you can kind of double dip on the scaling because Unicorn is a permanent scaling in battle. A lot of people playing the jump pets, so we are actually going to lose there, although they didn't really have a jump synergy team. So I think this time I find the Visitor and I'm not going to pass it up because we can bring it in and it will be instantly level 2 from Ogopogo, and therefore the Mermal and Ogopogo will get permanent stats, assuming the Unicorn survives. And I'll just take the health potion because it's, a perk that will go off before anything else happens. Chimera Mana Hound, but thankfully they don't have much in the... They clearly haven't rolled that many times in the previous turn. So it's a very easy sweep for the Ogopogo. And I think here probably I should be looking for a Gingerbread Man for the Mermal. It doesn't actually affect itself. If it levels up in the battle, it's not going to trigger its own ability. But there you can see again, we use the wall chicken to boost the Visitor. and the unicorn is going to go to level 2 and get new triggers. So this is more like the typical jump team that you're seeing constantly. Tiger Bug, Drop Bear, and then Minotaur or Tatzelworm in the second position. But because of the exposed, it didn't really matter the scaling on the Minotaur there. It was going to get one shot by Ogopogo anyway. So leveling the Mermal makes sense here, but actually it doesn't make sense to level the Unicorn, because then we'll only have the scaling on the in-battle scaling on the Mermal for one battle. So what I'm going to do is keep the Unicorn and actually keep freezing Unicorns and Chocolate until I can get the Unicorn to 2.66. And that will mean that the Unicorn will then continue to level up in battle. At this point, we are getting to the stage where Wall Chicken is not really worth it anymore. But I do still want to trigger the level up every battle instead of just doing it once. So I think here I'm going to take Gingerbread Man on the Tiger Bug, just in case we find some more. We will go level 3 Ogopogo, because, yeah, I guess I could have waited for a Gingerbread Man for it as well, and then we could have triggered the Mermal twice. It's such a super strong tier 1 unit. I felt a little bad using it. You can see here the stats it's getting up to is kind of ridiculous. And with the nerfs to Nessie now, you know, these teams that were previously winning for free are now struggling a little bit more. So there's another Unicorn. We'll just freeze it for now. Unfortunately, we actually get 2 perks. And probably I should have just taken Melon for the Ogopogo there. I guess it gets overwritten by the Visitor, but you know, it could protect me from a snipe, I suppose. Or maybe there aren't actually any start of battle snipes in this. Yeah, probably not. So yeah, another team with Nessie and the Yeti. A lot of them out there, but again, the stats on the Nessie just aren't a free win anymore. So we make it through. And the scaling from the Unicorn is really starting to add up. Now, do I take... No, I don't take the Gingerbread Man there. Okay, now we get the Chocolate. So next turn we can spend everything on getting the Unicorn to level 2.66. Yeah, we don't need any further than level 2 Visitor, because then we end up putting Exposed onto the Unicorn as well, which just doesn't benefit us in any way. Another Minotaur team, although they don't really have any jump pets here. And I didn't notice the Abomination doing anything. Maybe there weren't any start of battle pets in their previous shop. But now we can go for the full, almost level up on the Unicorn. I guess in some ways this kind of disincentivizes you from going for achievements. But I suppose you can risk it on the final turn if you really want it. Actually, here's someone going for level 3 Griffin, which is pretty unusual. I don't think I've seen anyone else doing that. And the Sea Serpent just doesn't have the mana there to actually do enough damage. And another team with Nessie, and the Nessie just gets swept aside. So now we're on 9 wins. And maybe I should have mentioned that I've actually seen a couple of people already post Turn 1 Tier 2 Ogopogos. I think Flame posted one that was from prior to the update. As we find the Unicorn, I think maybe I already have the Unicorn achievement, but we find it, and I'm going to freeze it just in case I end up losing here or drawing. We still want the Gingerbread level up though. A level 3 Behemoth, level 3 Tatzelworm with the typical jump pets behind it, but we actually remove the Tatzelworm and the Behemoth, and the Ogopogo has just enough stats to kill the Drop Bear, but the damage from the Tiger Bug actually results in the draw. So I do get the chance to level up the Unicorn. I can't remember if I do it or not. We'll take the pizza. And I think probably I'm just going to take the level 3 Unicorn. Yeah, let's just do it. And we'll just cross our fingers that the next round is going to be a win. And it's actually Visitor versus Visitor, which is kind of unusual. I always like seeing the other teams with the perks that they got from the Cornucopia. They had steak and mushroom there, but again, a Nessie gets beaten, and we actually get the Unicorn achievement here. Okay, so that's why I thought I already had the achievement, because it was in this game. Mermal as well, and probably Ogopogo as well. Yeah, Ogopogo just completes the set.